Partygate, a series of gatherings that took place in and around the Prime Minister's official residence, Downing Street, at the very height of British COVID restrictions, almost cost Boris Johnson his premiership. The Sugre report that followed looking into the events laid partial blame at the feet of the leadership. The public were told to await the probe by the police, and on Tuesday the Met finally revealed that 20 fines will be issued. This after the force investigated 12 events that may have breached coronavirus lockdown rules. At least 3 of these gatherings had been attended by Boris Johnson.
The Prime Minister may well have been one of those who had quietly hoped that this Partygate scandal would have wandered into the political wilderness and died. But sadly for those who had abided by the government's very rules around COVID, for those who perhaps would not have been with loved ones when they needed them the most, this lack of accountability by the government is a very bitter pill to swallow.
Quite deeply betrayed, really. We did have patients. I had colleagues who died because of coronavirus, because of its spread. And whilst we can't hold the government accountable for the virus, for the pandemic, our very poor handling of that pandemic from start to finish meant its impact was far higher than it needed to have been.
Downing Street had previously said the Prime Minister would reveal whether he was one of those fined, but has so far not made comment. The Met has not said who's been fined and what events the penalty notices relate to.
It's again indication that there's one law for a ruling class and another rule for the general working population. There will be people who have gone to jail because they have flouted or broken coronavirus legislation. There are people who have had tens of thousands of pounds of fines for holding parties during the period of corona.
Johnson had been under pressure to quit at the height of the scandal, but subsequent domestic and international events may have saved his career. Many analysts are refusing to simply move on from the scandal, as is being urged by senior Conservatives.
The nation pulls together best when there is complete consonance between the leadership of the nation and the ordinary people in the nation. What has been spectacularly proven is that those who lead this country have not really had a care for the stresses, the strains, the pain and the suffering that ordinary people endured.
The Met Police says more fines could be issued as the investigations continue. Amina Taylor, Press TV, London.